So I have one more example for you, and it's 2 minutes. I think it's a very good pitch. And I want you to pay attention. This is Palmer Luckey. He's the founder of Oculus, which sold to Facebook, and now a company called Anduril, which is in the defense tech space. I think he's a very effective pitchman. I want you to pay attention to how he incorporates story. There are a lot of ways to do it. Pay attention to how he incorporates story and hits on some of those points we spoke about. So communicating his vision, appealing to emotion, capturing attention. And I'm going to break it down for you afterwards so you can see how I thought about it. But just pay attention, 2 minutes.
Hi everyone, I'm Palmer Luckey, the founder of Anduril Industries. When I was young, I imagined, as many Americans probably do, that there was some secret government silo of advanced weapons that would save us if war ever broke out. We'd probably never have to use it, of course. The American military was unquestionably the world's greatest. No nation would ever seriously challenge our strategic interests. But were some crazy foreign leader to decide to invade one of our allies, or worse, the United States itself, we'd fire up those directed energy weapons, engulf the enemy in a stasis field, and win the war without firing a shot. Until one day I realized that wasn't true. The Department of Defense used to own all the technology it needed to credibly deter, and if necessary, win the next great war. But the same is not true today. Once upon a time, the armed services of the United States, United Kingdom, and our partners across the world were envied for their science fiction, technology, and prowess. But today, they're equipped with tools that are decades behind what you or I use every single day as consumers. We realized that the defense industry had grown stale. It needed new technology, a new business model, and new science and engineering talent. So we founded Anduril in 2017 with a mission to transform the defense capabilities of the United States and our allies around the world with advanced technology. We saw software advances in fields like artificial intelligence, secure networking, sensor fusion, and more transform our lives as consumers, but fail to make their way to the men and women in uniform. Meanwhile, our strategic competitors like China and Russia were doubling down on these very same technologies, hoping to win an asymmetric advantage over allied democracies. Anduril is a defense products company. We use private capital to take on the cost of research and development of the right things before selling to the United States government and our partners. We try to understand a problem or operational need, design products to solve that mission. That means that we're taking on the risk, not the government, not the taxpayer. And the result of that is that we're able to iterate and innovate far faster than legacy primes and traditional government contract timelines, and at the same time, save government and taxpayers money. Our goal is to become the next major defense prime and save the taxpayer hundreds of billions of dollars a year by making tens of billions of dollars a year.
So I don't know about you, but I thought that was a very good pitch. And when you break it down, it's really interesting because the first thing you can appreciate is that in that 2 minutes, the entire first minute, the first half, even more, I think it's like 1 minute, 15 seconds, is him telling a story that starts with when I was young. He tells his story about what he believed. There's like this authentic nerd moment when he talks about directed energy weapons and stasis fields. You can tell he was like a science fiction nerd, and he leans into that. He certainly captures attention with his Hawaiian shirt and facial hair. Not saying you need to do that, but that's one way to capture attention. He reveals this surprising point of view that most people might not be aware of, that perhaps the American military has fallen behind our strategic adversaries. He covers vision twice. When he first introduces the idea of Anduril, he talks about wanting to reinvigorate the American defense complex with advanced technology. And then at the end, again, he reiterates this goal to become the next great defense prime. He appeals to emotion several times. He has this innate fear that he appeals to that, oh my gosh, like maybe our safety is at risk if our strategic adversaries have greater technique or capabilities than us, and certainly patriotism of wanting to have a strong defense as a nation. And then, of course, at the end, an appeal to greed when he talks about this idea of making lots of money by saving people money. So a good pitch. Now, if you think that he's just naturally amazing at this and this was off the cuff, you are very wrong. This is a cultivated, practiced performance that he has been perfecting since starting this company. And I think the key lesson, and if I can give you anything to take away from today, it's that if you want to be really good at this, you do have to invest the time in it. It's a skill set, and it's something that needs to be honed and refined just like any other skill set. And so if you want to get good, you have to practice. You have to iterate. You have to test all the time what's working and what's not. You have to get so comfortable with your story and your pitch that you can do it at a moment's notice without a single slide, and you can pay attention not to what you're saying, which is so often the case. We're so focused on all the things we want to say and get out that we can't even pay attention to how people are reacting to what we're saying. When you get to the point that your pitch is really good, you will know it so well that you will be able to see what your audience is reacting to. And when you see that, you will know that you're doing the right thing. And so it's this process of practice and iteration and testing ideas that helps you get really good. But you can do it. I've seen people go from not good at all to very good. It just takes time and iteration and story. So if I can leave you with two things, it's worth an investment of your time to get good at this and figure out how to incorporate your story into your pitch. Thank you. I think I have time for a few questions. Yeah.